The ghost of room 412. They say buildings don't have memories, but the Grand Majestic hasn't forgotten the night Isadora Vance walked in and never walked out. Under the flickering red glow of a dying neon sign, the hotel looms like a gothic silhouette against the rain-slicked streets of a city that has seen too much. Elias Thorne stepped through the heavy, revolving doors, shaking the storm from his charcoal trench coat. The lobby was a cavern of amber-toned shadows and water-stained marble, a place where 40 years of dust could hide a lot of sins. Behind the desk stood Silas Vane, a gaunt ghost of a man whose trembling hand slid a rusted brass key across the counter. "Room 412, Silas whispered, his eyes sunken and weary. "It's exactly how she left it. No one's had the courage to change the sheets since 48. The hallway felt narrow, the air thinning with the weight of old secrets. For a fleeting second, Elias caught a reflection in a cracked mirror, a woman in a shimmering emerald gown. But when he turned, there was only peeling wallpaper. Inside room 412, the atmosphere turned a bruised crimson as the neon sign outside pulsed rhythmically through the rain-streaked window. Thorne knew she hadn't vanished into thin air. She had left a trail that no one had known how to follow. As he pried up a loose floorboard near the vanity, the room seemed to bleed into the past. In 1948, Isadora Vance was frantically packing, her eyes fixed on the door handle as it began to turn. She tucked a silver cigarette case into the darkness of the floorboards, whispering a terrified prayer. Back in the present, Elias pulled that same case from the dust. Inside was a blood-stained receipt and a single, torn photograph of a young Silas Vane. The realization hit him with the coldness of moonlight. The caretaker wasn't just a witness, he was the ghost that stayed behind. Elias turned to the doorway where Silas stood in the shadows, clutching a heavy brass candlestick with hands that wouldn't stop shaking. "It's been a long night, Silas," Elias said, his voice calm and grim. "Too long for both of you." Outside, the red neon sign gave one final desperate flicker and died, leaving the Grand Majestic to keep its final promise. Some things are better left in the dark. We spend our lives building walls to keep the world out, never realizing that those same walls are what keep our ghosts in. The mystery of room 412 wasn't just about a woman who vanished. It was about the slow decay of a man who stayed behind to guard a truth that had already turned to ash. Secrets aren't just weights we carry. They are architects. They shape the rooms we live in and the people we become until the two are indistinguishable. We think time heals, but time only buries. And as the Grand Majestic has shown us, nothing stays buried forever. The lesson isn't in the solving. It's in the realization that every shadow has a source, and every silence is a choice. We are the architects of our own hauntings. And in the end, we all have to decide. Do we live with the truth, or do we become another ghost in the hallway?